All right. All right. Think we got levels now. Should be good now. I was talking the whole time. There we go. We got levels. I don't know what that was about. But what's up, YouTube? Great Picture here, DGP, back again with another episode of Patriot Keys. Yes, there's no air conditioning in my room right now. So I'm hot. I'm sweating. I look like a hot mess. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So full game highlights will be uploaded in a little bit. The first half highlights are already uploaded, so please go ahead and check out the channels. The first half was all the starters playing. So if you want to go check out the first half highlights, go ahead, check on my channel right after this video. But we are going to talk about the full game. Shout out to everybody who came through to watch the first half highlights. I know some of you guys couldn't be able to watch it you weren't in the area. I was in the area, but you couldn't find a proper stream. Don't worry, I got you with all the highlights from every single Patriot game this year. Something like that. Oh man, kid, you a fool. But I got you for every single Patriot highlight this year, whether it be a training camp. I think what I'm also going to do is if I see like highlights, like enough highlights from a week of practice, even though most of the time it's not media stuff in there, I will put up there. So maybe during training camp next year I'll do that. But again, preseason I will have a first half and a full game, and then even the regular season playoffs I will have a first half and a full game. Now sometimes I think in the playoffs I might end up having a stream at halftime. My plan was to do it at halftime, but I'm still trying to get my setup right, trying to get everything going together. So that's why I didn't do a first half thing, because I wanted to just mainly talk about the starters. But figure why not do it at the end of this. So without further ado, let's get into it, man. So final score, Patriots win, quote unquote, got a revenge against the Eagles, but we won 20-37. Not really that much, to really look at. We blew them out though in the first half though. They didn't have Carson Wentz or Jason Peters. We also wasn't really having Rob Gronkowski. So it was pretty good. It was a pretty good game. Yeah, hold on, let me go ahead. Look at my notes. Give me 1 second. All right. So looking at these notes real quick, y'all. Braxton Berrios, Sonny Michel, Rex Burkhead, Harvey Lange, Kenny Britt, Duke Dawson, Marcus Cannon, and Trey Flowers. They didn't play today. Gronkowski didn't play, if I'm not mistaken. He suited up, but he wasn't playing today, if I'm 100% certain. But those were the guys that were inactive because of injuries. As you know about Sonny Michel, Trey Flowers, Marcus Cannon. He's coming back from injury. But big news on Marcus Cannon, though. Isaiah Wynn was starting at right tackle today. However, he went down with a foot injury. He had to get carted off, so they're going to be looking at it, and he's going to get x-rayed tonight. We'll probably know something about that tomorrow or on Saturday, so we'll look out on that. But let's go with the defense on the first drive. So defense first drive, good stuff. I saw Adrian Claiborne creating pressure, got him out of there real quickly. And then first drive for the offense. Looks like they were going to have James White, Phillip Dorsett, and Chris Hogan. And remember how I talked about Chris Hogan in a previous video today? He was trying to get a contract extension, looking like he'll probably end up getting that contract extension if he keeps playing like the way he was, because he played phenomenal. Had 1 or 2 drops, if I'm not mistaken, but he was pretty good for most of the game. But yeah, Tom Brady 5 for 5, 29 yards and a touchdown. Chris Hogan scored on a 7-yard touchdown. Yeah, but the offense was pretty good. I'm just looking at my notes, just reviewing and making sure everything's all good. But yeah, offense was great. It was perfect. What do you expect? Starters played. It was just a great offensive showing. Second drive, we were disciplined on defense as Patrick Chung ended it off with a sack on a blitz, again creating more pressure, something that we didn't have last year in the Super Bowl, especially most of last year at all. So it was good to see that we got some pressure last year. I'm sorry, this game. What's up, Pot? Shout out to Potsy. Got Allen, got All-American Cal. Patterson move was nasty. I don't know if that's how you spell your name. No, it's 2 T's. And I will get into the grades soon, Sydney. But yeah, you got B+ defense, A offense. It's pretty good. Moving on to offensive second drive. So again, defense, phenomenal first couple drives, and then offense second drive. We try to throw a lot of deep balls. Tom Brady threw the deep ball to Dorsett, back shoulder, almost an interception by Ronald Darby. Corner Patterson got murdered across the middle, got a flag for that, which was on Tom Brady's part partly. because he kind of overthrew it, and Patterson was up in the air, kind of a little bit defenseless. But it was also Michael Jenkins a little bit. I mean, some of it is football, but some of it is he maybe could have stopped. Who knows? I think these refs are throwing these extra flags in the preseason. Hopefully, it gets cut down in the regular season. But this is also how the Eagles played. They had two. I think helmet to helmet and like two personal foul calls in the week 1 of the preseason, if I'm not mistaken. So, they're kind of, aggressive when it comes to hitting because they try to force a lot of fumbles. And sometimes, you get burned by that. And then the second drive, Brady again had a couple bad throws. Second drive wasn't really that good at all. Tom Brady was not connecting over his receivers. He was really looking at Cordell Patterson, Phil Dorsett, trying to get those guys going because the first drive he went straight to Sweet Feet and Edelman, guys that he's been known. He's done that with a little bit of Dorsett here and there. But second drive, he kind of was just looking for deeper passes, trying to get connection with some of these guys, and it just didn't work out. The third drive on defense, gave over first down off a penalty, if I'm not mistaken, but Adam Butler with a sack and Adrian Claiborne again causing pressure. This is what I need to see. And again, Claiborne wasn't there last year. As you remember, he was on the Falcons last year. He was the same guy who got 4 or 5 sacks against a backup tackle. Now, again, they didn't have Jason Peters, but they still had the guy that started Super Bowl. So seeing that level of play against the guy who started against in the last time we played the Eagles in the Super Bowl was pretty good. Adrian Claiborne, again, was wrecking havoc all game. So that was the third drive. And then the third drive for us ended with a 37-yard field goal. Hogan dropped a wide-open pass, hit him right in the chest. That's on him. Again, Sweet Feet, again, receiving back, man, looking like one of the best receiving backs we've had. Purely receiving backs. I would still put Deion Lewis over him because Deion Lewis can run the football. But in terms of just passing ability, pass catching ability, James White, man, he's the total package. He's been that dude. Again, he just reminds us of Super Bowl 51 against the Falcons, how much he carried us, helped us out in the second half, and he's pretty much doing the same thing in the first half. So again, with Edelman being out for the first 4 weeks, look for Hogan, Sweet Feet, and Phil Dorsett to carry the load, mostly Hogan and James White. So look out for that. And that's when Isaiah Wynn hurt his foot, went to the locker room, got carted off, and that was the third drive. The fourth drive for the defense, and this is kind of where my notes started stopping a little bit because I had to keep running back. But that's when Adrian Claiborne got a strip sack. Again, Adrian Claiborne, again, phenomenal today. Got a strip sack. And Bentley, shout out to Bentley, man. He had a great game last week and stepping up again with the scoop and score. So defense just showed out today. Trying to get the deep balls Arsenal, seeing 2 jump the INTs. Don't mind, kid. He's a mod for a reason. He's a troll, but that's my brother, man. If you say anything bad about him, bro, you getting blocked yourself. Do you think we should have kept Malcolm Mitchell? Me personally, I like Malcolm Mitchell, but I was saying even, the whole thing, I said we had like 12 wide receivers. Like we had 12 wide receivers out the gate to start out. And we're not going to keep all 12. We're probably going to cut probably half of them in half. And they're just looking at it as injury issues. And again, I love Malcolm Mitchell. I wish him the best. I wish we could have kept him personally. But realistically, I know we weren't going to keep an injury-prone wide receiver when we have 10, 11, 12 guys still trying to fight for a spot. So, maybe we should have kept them. But I think realistically, in terms of injury-wise, that they weren't going to keep him. I would keep him personally because I love Money Mitch. Feel like he can be a nice, good second, third option in the offense, but just the injury history, man. And I think that was the main reason why they got rid of him. Just like how they got rid of Jordan Matthews because he was hurt. He was going to be out for a while. And Malcolm Mitchell was probably going to be out for another half a season again, because last year he's supposed to come back, but he never did. So just injury histories, man. And I think that's why they ended up getting rid of him. But yeah, these overall, man, if I had to get a grade, like Sydney said, B+ defense, A offense, I would actually flip that around. I would give the offense an A and the defense a B. I'm sorry, the offense a B+ and the defense an A because the defense played phenomenal. And I'm talking mainly just the starters. I'll get into the backups in a little bit, but the starters were phenomenal. Adrian Claiborne was out there wreaking havoc the whole game. And again, this is also new to us because we have a new defensive coordinator now in Flores. Matt Patricia is now a head coach. Hopefully, he does well in Detroit. But he's our new defensive coordinator, and he was calling some great calls. Pretty much kind of the same scheme. Shout out to LaParis57. He streams Madden 19 on his channel. Also has a podcast, Strong on Sports. Be sure to check him in case Space podcast out too. LaParis57 in the building. Look positive. But yeah, I love that defense, man. Causing pressure the whole game. Stephon Gilmore again being the #1 corner, no Malcolm Butler handled it well. I kind of saw that also too. We kind of flip-flop between Eric Rowe and Jason McCourty, who's going to be opposite of Gilmore. And I saw some drives McCourty started, some drives Eric Rowe started. So it just kind of depends on the matchups. Also depends on who's going to play better. Me personally, I think played better today. I think he made more plays. I think he didn't get beat as much from what I was seeing. So I would have Jason McCourty and Stephon Gilmore as the starting 2 corners, but that's just me. Packers teams look like hey, we ain't talking about them, Paris. We ain't talking about the Packers right now. I think our defense is very underrated. I don't know. I wouldn't say underrated. Our defense is bend but don't break. We give up a lot of yards, but then, we don't give up that many points, which is pretty good. But it's good and bad at the same time because we give up so many yards, which means that they hold the clock longer. And so we don't have much time for the offense at the end of the day. But if we only give up 15 points at the end of the day, our offense gets about 20, 24, 25, then we're pretty good. But we'll see. This defense should be – it's going to be this defense is going to be weird. Like I said, I don't know what to call this defense because, again, we lost a lot of pieces. Malcolm Butler. We also got a new defensive coordinator. So we'll see how all this works out. Offensive-wise, we do not have a deep threat. Brandon Cooks was our deep threat last year and did a pretty decent job this year. I don't know who that deep threat is going to be. Cordell Patterson, maybe, probably not. He just is kind of fast and a little shifty as you saw his juke moves. Philip Dorsett, they looked at him as to replace Brandon Cooks. I don't think that's going to keep going because Philip Dorsett going deep, not really a good look. So we really don't have a deep threat. McCourty twins, Ruckus finest. You already know. Even McCourty giving up the TV. Yeah, I still give it to McCourty. I'll still give it to McCourty because from what I've seen in Eric Rowe, and this is also a preface thing, it just seems like something about Eric Rowe. Like after the first couple of weeks, and he was doing phenomenal when he came to us. It just seems like Eric Rowe's either hurt or we just always just messing up. Maybe he's because he's hurt and that's why he's messing up. But I don't like Eric Rowe like that. So I would start Jason McCourty, and I just feel like too him getting assists. I think Hogan is a deep threat. If Chris Hogan's our deep threat, then that's not a good thing. I don't think he's our deep threat. He's probably our medium threat in terms of getting open on the sticks. 15-yard play. I'm talking about a 20-yard, 25-yard play. Somehow we can just throw it down the field, and he got the speed to do it. I know that ain't Chris Hogan, but Phil Dorsett should be the guy. Shout out to Nord. What up? What up? What up? We in the building. But yeah, man, defense played phenomenal. Like I said earlier, shout out to Bentley, who I think is going to make this team. Actually might even start, if I'm not even mistaken, because he actually played phenomenal well. Did a phenomenal job. Again, he was the one with the scoop and score. Offense, Tom Brady, 19 for 26, over 200 yards, 2 TDs. What else? Tom Brady in midseason form as always, playing the whole half. I was kind of skeptical, but yeah, exactly. He's a possession receiver. If Hogan's our deep threat, we just don't got a deep threat then. It's just irrelevant. So we're going to be good, though. I still want to see how long it's going to be shown to Michelle for him to get back healthy, him and Rex Burkhead, but I think Burkhead should be good for the season. But yeah, and again, the whole deep threat thing, I think it will also help out once Gronkowski's actually playing. We kind of just taking it easy, taking it slow. Yeah, Bentley and Claiborne, they both are looking promising. Adrian Claiborne, who we looking at during draft time when he was up in the draft and we didn't snag it. And I was like, dang, why don't we snag Claiborne? Got injury prone in Tampa Bay, bounced around, I think he bounced around to a couple teams before he went to Atlanta, and then he kind of killed it last year, and then now here he is killing it again the preseason. We don't need a deep threat. I mean, I think we do need a deep threat because it helps keep the defense honest. If we're being honest, wordplay. But we have a deep threat. Just think about it. Those people who think we just check down all the time, which we aren't the only team to do that. But think about it. Go down to Edelman. You think it down to Hogan about 8 yards. Give it to Gronk for 15 yards. Then next thing you know, next play, we getting some run game going. Play action, boom. Phil Dorsett beat your safety wide open because your safety's looking in the backfield. Every team needs a deep threat. And so, right, LaParis, Dorsett could be that deep threat. And this is his first year underneath the system. So I feel like that he's learning, and I think Brady's trying to get the chemistry down with Philip Dorsett. So that's why he's kind of forcing some passes. Like today, he threw a deep pass, and it's supposed to be a back shoulder pass. Philip Dorsett didn't see as that. And then Brady threw it and as an inside deep threat to deep pass to Chris Hogan. Hogan thought it was going to be a back shoulder. So again, getting some chemistry going. Again, we're not going to have Edelman the first 4 weeks, so we definitely got to get this chemistry down. But in terms of the starters, A for the defense, B+ for the offense. Did a pretty great job. Offensive line did its thing. They did pretty good. Shout out to the O-line, except for Isaiah Wynn. Again, I will have news on that when it breaks. Got rolled up. Actually, let me go ahead and check that right now, actually, while I'm thinking about it. Let's see if we got any news on Isaiah Wynn. Because as I said before, he had to get carted off. Any news on Wynn? Any news on Wynn? Any news? Got no news on Isaiah Wynn, y'all. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, on all the Super Bowls, our defense. Yeah, we did. But it also helps that we have a deep threat, though. It's a new NFL, man. Again, that's the past, man. I'm trying to look forward to the future. And going forward to this new NFL, you're going to need a deep threat. You're going to need a speedy guy. Who's our third cornerback? It's McCourty. It's between McCourty and Eric Rowe. Basically, those two are battling for the 2 spot. Whoever loses that goes down to the 3 spot. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. All I got to say is, for our backups, who was it actually? Who got a dumb pass in the fans call? A 7th-round pick got dumb pass in the fans call. Stephon Gilmore again, being the #1 corner in the system, playing phenomenal job again. Had a play where it looked like he got beat. It looked like he was like a step or 2 behind, was able to catch up with that deceptive speed, and it's just similar to what he did against the Jaguars play. Used the offhand, batted it out the way. Stephon Gilmore has been a true promise for us. It's been a great cornerback for us. And I don't know if I'll say he's worth every penny because I got to look at the cornerbacks, how they're ranked in terms of money. But what a great investment by Bill Belichick going for Stephon Gilmore. Would I have loved Malcolm Butler as well? Should that money have gone to him? Yeah, but I'm loving Stephon Gilmore, and I hope Malcolm Butler does well in his future endeavors with the Titans. And I actually hope that maybe one day he comes back to the Patriots because I love how Malcolm Butler. Imagine him and Gilmore, focus Malcolm Butler locked in across Gilmore. Man, be something different. But that's going to be it for the video, man. MVPs for today, I'm going to give it to James White. Also, Stephen Gostkowski made all his field goals, so shout out to the special team. Going to give it to James White on offense, Gostkowski on special teams, and Claiborne, not Bentley. I'm giving it to Adrian Claiborne on defense. So those are my 3 top players, offense, defense, special teams. Let me know who your top players are down below in the comment section after the video is done, or let me know right now because I'm going to stick around a little bit after the chat. Again, full game highlights are going up right now as we speak. I'm about to upload it right now as we speak. So, again, appreciate that. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you next time, y'all. Peace.